Welcome back. You're watching Creating Cooperative Kids, and I'm your host, Bill Corbett. Now, according to an article that appeared in Women's Health magazine, 81% of parents surveyed either believe teen dating violence is not an issue or admit that they don't know that it really is an issue or exists. In an effort to create awareness among teens and educate parents of teens, the organization Network Against Domestic Abuse issued a challenge to area junior and middle schools, and it was a call to action for teenagers to get creative and creating more awareness for the problem of teen dating violence. With me on the set is Cheryl Shepard, an after-school site administrator at the middle school. So thanks for coming back.
Thank you.
And we also have Katerina, who's on the project, right? Yep. And we have Avery, who's been mic'd up. We're going to hear from him, and Andrew. And so these are just some of them, the kids that worked on the project. How many were there that worked on the project?
There were 6 that were filmed. There were a couple more that did a little bit of the backstage, kind of just positioning down the hallway, things like that. But Avery was one of our lead roles. He's actually the young man that kind of gets the brunt of the domestic or the teen dating violence in the PSA.
So Avery, what inspired you to spend time working on this project? Why'd you do it?
Well, when I first went into middle school, I didn't think that anything would be going on. But when I go into it, I kind of noticed that people are kind of growing up for their age and acting different than they would if we did not go to the middle school. So I wanted to go in video and kind of express what's happening around in the school.
So you felt really this was an important issue that you wanted to get behind.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what have you seen after this project is done? How do they feel? What do they think came out of this?
Well, the kids in general, luckily we have a really cohesive bunch of kids after school, despite them all being completely different. For the most part, they get along pretty well on any given day. But I think that the group that did get to work on it and sit down and really discuss some of the nitty-gritty of it really did learn that the teen dating violence does start a lot younger than they thought and may look a lot different than they initially thought from things that they see on TV.
You know, I'm still stunned. It's still a shocker that kids that young are exposed to that kind of thing. Now, did you have a showing at the school to show everyone?
We haven't yet, actually.
Are you going to do that?
I'm hoping. We'll see how far, what kind of venue that they can showcase that in the school would be.
So your group was one of the winners of this project. Was there other groups that wanted to participate or did create anything that you know of?
I'm not 100% sure. Again, I only know that we're also submitting it to another contest as well that deals with teen issues, and it's a strong subject. So I know that is for the state. So the state of Connecticut, I think, has a lot of things to say about the teen dating violence issue.
Good. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at this PSA they created so we can see the starring roles that we have here right on the show. If I can go to the control room, let's take a look at the PSA right now.
Spend the night tonight? That'd be great. We're gonna go ice skating too.
I love snow. So much fun.
That is fun.
Fluffy.
I just hope I don't
We should
fall.
go sledding. Yeah, sure. I'll totally love to go sledding. What do you have for experience? Me too. Like, hey, Kat. Hi, guys.
Do you think you can spend the night tonight?
Yeah, I'll totally be there.
That'll be fun. Katie's coming too.
Okay.
See you there, Kat.
See you then.
I thought we were going sledding. I never said we were going sledding. You're not the most important in my life. I have my friends too.
I didn't say that.
You just did.
Sorry.
Just forget. I can't deal with you.
Hey guys.
He does it all the time.
Teen dating violence is defined as physical, sexual, or psychological emotional violence with a dating relationship.
As teens develop emotionally, they are heavily influenced by their relationship experiences. Healthy relationship behaviors can have a positive effect on a teen's emotional development. Unhealthy, abusive, or violent relationships can cause short-term and long-term negative effects or consequences to the developing teen.
Victims of teen dating violence are most likely to do poorly in school and report binge drinking, suicide attempts, and physical fighting. Victims may also carry the pattern of violence in future relationships.
Dating violences can be prevented when teens, families, organizations, and communities work together to implement effective prevention strategies.
If you or someone you know may be a victim of teen dating violence, call the Network Against Domestic Abuse 24 hours, 860-763-4542.
And remember to treat others with respect.
And that you deserve to be respected.
So that was a great project. It was a lot of fun to work on.
Yeah, it was.
So what do you think is the most important message coming out of working on this PSA?
Well, the two people, me and the other girl, we were walking down the hall. It was kind of like, so me and the other girl, we were dating and stuff. We were fine, but when we go to the friends, they kind of it was kind of like an influence, and she just wanted to go there, and she just ditched me, you know.
So that was pretty obvious in the film because
Yeah.
your buddy is coming down the hall making plans, and then she saw her friends, and then things changed,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of messages do you hope that others your age are going to get from watching this PSA?
Well, I think that since they should look at the way their friends are influenced and stuff, so they can be more aware of how much people can change one another.
And so what I think is important also is we want to make sure that kids are experiencing this. Don't put up with it. You got to tell somebody, stand up for what you believe in, right?
Yep, exactly.
And that's what you're hoping the message will come out on that PSA.
Yeah.
Excellent, nice job. Well, thank you for coming in and sharing that with us. And it's a very, very important project. And the awareness is key.
You're welcome.
I want to congratulate this group of students for using their creativity in developing this PSA to create more awareness for this problem for peers and parents alike. Teen dating violence is a serious problem, and we must all do what we can do to stop it. Coming up after the break, I'll be answering a question from a viewer who asks why teens can work hard at solving problems in society, yet they can't seem to clean their rooms. I'll be addressing this question from the show's email box right after this break. Stay with me. I'll be right back.